امتى الناس الفقراء مش هيدوروا على الاكل في الزباله؟
Search for food and rubbish.
او search for food from the rubbish.
When they find the food.
When the rubbish people don't eat the food.
Yes, 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 yes. It's a far-fetched meaning.
ايوه.
It's a paradox about it.
Okay. We will now talk about a common kind of corruption, which is bribery. What is bribery? Can anyone guess? Okay, it is an act of giving or gifts giving that alerts the behavior of the recipient, where the gift is of a dishonest nature. The bribe is the gift bestowed to influence the recipient's conduct. It may be in many forms, like money, good, property, advantage, or an object of value. Corruption, bribery has many kinds. These are two kinds of it: domestic bribery and foreign bribery. Domestic bribery. Where do you think it spreads? How it exists? So close. Yes, in the government, especially between the government officials, where some government officials takes pride to give the briber some price that he
It's
deserves.
my right.
Yes,
But I have to pay for it.
or sometimes the briber gives the government officials bribes to obtain a right that doesn't belong to him. Your right and my right. The other kind is the foreign briber. And it's if a country gives some aid or support to another country in any form and puts conditions or asks for some demands in return, this is also a kind of bribery. And we have an example for it from some Greek nations, as you know. United States. Okay. Next slide. Embezzlement. Can anyone know what's meant by
Embezzlement. احنا كنا قلنا الكلمه دي في
Yes.
اللي
اختلاس.
تمام الاختلاس. embezzlement الاختلاس.
Okay, it is the act of dishonestly withholding assets for the purpose of conversion of such assets by one or more individuals to whom such assets have been entrusted to be held or used for other purposes. Embezzlement is a kind of financial fraud. For instance, a lawyer could embezzle funds from clients' trust accounts, or a financial advisor could embezzle funds from investors. As a slide, please. This picture has a deep meaning. Can anyone know what is that?
corruption.
What this picture refers to?
Watch. Listen, we are sure about all our partners. Can you explain it a little bit?
All of us know that the story of the chickens and the fox. The fox is trying to steal the chicken egg to eat them, and the chickens are preventing him by way or another. In this picture, the fox defrauded the chickens by as an government official or some character like that.
Blackmail.
kind of a blackmail. يعني هو ابتزاز او هو هنا بتشرح embezzlement. fraud اللي خداع. الذئب بيخدع او الفوكس بيخدع الدجاج بان هو بيقول لهم ان انا بحمي البيض بتاعك، وطبعا هو اول واحد عايز ياكل البيض يعني.
But fraud is a deception especially practiced in order to pure unfair or unlawful gain. Defrauding people or organizations of money or valuables is the usual purpose of fraud, but sometimes instead obtaining benefits without actually depriving anyone of money or valuables, such as obtaining a driver's license by way of false statements made in application for a sale. What is fraud? Is a deception especially practiced in order to secure money, unlawful and fair gain. Defrauding people or organizations of money or valuables is the usual purpose of fraud, but it sometimes instead obtaining benefits without actually depriving anyone of money or valuables, such as obtaining a driver's license by way of false statement made in application. Next slide. Money laundering. Do anyone know what's meant by money laundering?
ده another kind of money laundering. Money laundering اللي هو غسيل الأموال. غسيل الأموال.
This is a typical picture about money laundering. The dirty money is collected, as you see, then it is sent to a bank, the bank sent to another bank around the world, and luxury assets and financial investments are bought with this money. So the money changes from dirty money to clean money. So what is money laundering? It is a process in which the proceeds of crime are transformed into legitimate money or assets. Everybody understand what I mean?
Again.
What is meant by money laundering? It is the process in which the proceeds of crime are transformed into legitimate money or assets.
They want to make the money legal.
Legal.
Yeah. Getting the money is illegal, but they want to make it legal.
They like worship.
Yeah.
How can you turn something illegal to be legal؟ يعني فلوس تروح لبنك والبنك يوديها البنك وبعد كده البنك التاني يبعتها في أعمال طبيعية جدا وهي أساسا جاية من مصدر
المصدر في الأساس
مش سليم.
What does this picture refers to? Healthcare corruption.
ميديكال كوربشن اوكي واحد من انواع الفساد الميديكال كوربشن في المجال الطبي.
Corruption in health sector can mean the difference between life and death. Poor people are worse affected. Medical staff can charge unofficial fees to attend to patients. They may demand bribes for medications which should be free. Corruption also causes life when fake or able traded medications are sold to health services. And this is also a kind of corruption.
ايه معمول انا في ورشه عمل ايه؟ الجواب انا وديت الاداره انا كنت عامل دلوقتي في الورشه.
This is the whistleblower.
الجواب في الاداره انا قلت لك من امبارح ما اعرفش انت تعمل ايه في الاداره.
بص
والله اذا كان اتوقع هتاخد العامل كمان النهارده بس عشان في ورشه العمل انا كنت حظك كده.
Know what whistleblower means, we have to know what is the process of whistleblowing. It is a procedure that's voluntarily implemented by a public or private enterprise and that allows employees to expose serious concerns. It's like the whistle of a train, as we know. If a train goes with high speed and there is no railway in front of him, he will crash. If until a whistleblower or a whistle that alerts him from this. As we see that the whistleblower here has two bandages over his mouth. Corruption spreads into whistleblower by different ways. Some whistleblowers take bribes or some object of values or others to not doing their duty for alerting the government. And others are frightened by the treatment they receive.
So what a whistleblower means in Arabic?
اللي هو الشخص المنبه او الاستفاضه الانذار الاخيره هي اساسا بتبقى موجوده في يعني هو المعناه اللي هو الناجد الشخص اللي بيقول عن فساد اللي بيصحي الناس.
وهو مش مسموح له يتكلم؟
لا هو هنا معمول عليه corruption في فساد فيه.
يعني the whistleblower himself is corrupted.
It's corrupted.
الشخص اللي المفروض ينبه على الفساد هو نفسه فاسد.
Even if he's
فهينبه ازاي يعني؟
Even if he's frightened, he's also corrupted.
He should be quite brave or courageous. خلاص؟
Okay. Can anyone explain this picture?
That's my good boy. Government corruption.
This is the whistleblower. It's supposed to be that.
This is supposed to be a whistleblower? Okay, and who's it?
government corruption. This picture, the government corruption is like the thief that steals the house, and the dog who must alert the house that there is a stealing process is doing.
can't talk.
He can talk that he is affected by corruption. Thanks for watching.
عايزك بقى تتكلم، انت اتكلمت عن كام نوع كده، قول لهم كده بالاسماء، كام نوع من انواع الفساد؟ ها؟
Leadership corruption.
او ايه تاني؟
Leadership corruption.
Leadership corruption، فساد القيادة، ها؟
Government corruption.
فساد السلطة الحكومة، ها؟
Bribery.
الرشوة،
وانواعها
ها؟
هي domestic bribery الرشوة الداخلية او
اوكي.
bribery
ها؟
الرشوة الخارجية. Embezzlement الاختلاس.
embezzlement الاختلاس،
fraud الخداع.
fraud الخداع،
money laundering غسيل
money laundering غسيل الأموال،
health care corruption فساد المؤسسة الطبية أو
health care الفساد الطبي، ها؟
الفساد الطبي.
ها؟
whistle blower corruption فساد.
whistle blower فساد الذين اللي المفروض ينبهوا ضد الفساد. Thank you.
Thank you.
Our next presenter will be Salma, and there is a little pause before Salma with a small video about corruption.
Momentum is building for a new push against corruption. From revolutions in the Arab world to Occupy Wall Street and important protests from India and Spain to Brazil, citizens' tolerance for unfairness and corruption is coming to an end. At the same time, the tight budget constraints imposed by the crisis are increasing pressure on governments and companies to use available resources more efficiently. These events underline the need to intensify the fight against corruption and to build integrity. Corruption must be fought to ensure economic recovery, to achieve better services with taxpayers' money, and to re-establish trust around the world. Clean Gov Biz is a new OECD initiative to reinforce the fight against corruption. Governments who want to strengthen integrity often wonder where to start and how to prioritize their efforts. Clean Gov Biz helps governments identify key steps for reform and gives user-friendly guidance to bring about real change. Clean Gov Biz developed a toolbox that draws together the expertise and tools from the world's leading organizations involved in the fight against corruption: the OECD, the UN, the World Bank, the Financial Action Task Force, Transparency International, and Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative. How does it work? For example, the toolkit shows how public procurement processes can be improved to avoid graft from undermining tenders. It demonstrates how governments can encourage companies to adopt internal guidelines. It offers advice on how judicial systems could be designed to assure the cooperation of judges in sentencing corruption cases. It exposes how lobbying rules can prevent undue influence of companies over the state, or how tax administrations can help to detect corporate corruption. How will Clean Gov Biz bring about change? At the demand of a government, interdisciplinary teams can analyse the strengths and weaknesses of the national legal, administrative and economic framework. The results help to focus reforms for integrity on the most pressing issues. Experts from the Clean Gov Biz team will be available for advice in the implementation process and can help monitor reforms to make sure that real change is taking place. The end goal? Stamping out corruption will reduce costs for doing business, make the use of public resources more efficient, and improve the lives of all citizens, especially the poorest.
So as you see in this video, there are some organizations that fight corruption. And Salma will talk us now about how does corruption begins. Okay, go ahead.
how does corruption happen? First idea is to exist and enjoy it, to considerate to be right. The first thing that the person will have to understand is that he enjoys doing the wrong things and insists on doing it. Let's have an example. What do you think what he's doing? You know? It's cheating.
Thank you.
That's the example. A student who cheated in the exam. He knows what he's doing is wrong, but he insists on doing it just to have a high grade.
And how do you know that he knows that this is wrong?
Because he's sneaking, and he's not.
He's sneaking. He's afraid. He's not sure of himself. Of course, he's cheating, but he doesn't do this in public. He does it secretly.
He don't know.
So he,
don't want
inside
to
him, he knows that is wrong.
Let's have a higher example. Just a little two criminals who done very bad things in their life, and they tried to escape, and doing the same wrong things that they wanted to do in the first place. That is second idea, to neglect the good things. Being impolite is an easy thing, but being polite is a difficult thing to do. These words my mother told me when I was young, and I tried to work with these words in all my life. If you have two choices in front of you in your life, what do you choose? Do you choose to be impolite and neglect all the good things around you and don't improve your personality just to be popular, or you choose to be polite and do the right things in your life? I will leave this choice to you now. Lack of awareness. Spreading the awareness is responsibility of the parents, teachers, media, and the whole society. Destroying of our society started with the little children and with the official of our country. Now, let's talk about a specific example from the previous, that is media. Everyone can see now that there is no house is free from televisions. Television now are the main control of our mind, culture, and education. So, every TV announcer should be very careful about his saying, because he is responsible for phrasing or destroying our society by his views. To choose your leader correctly. Choosing your leader correctly is a very difficult thing to do. Your leader should lead you to the essential morality in your life. The good leader, he or she, should have a good qualities and abilities to lead you and your group. Let's have an example, that is Mr. Baha. Mr. Baha was our leader, in my opinion. He had a generous patient. He took a lot for us, just to make us a better person. And now, he's not just an only teacher, now he's like a mentor.
Thank you.
The misuse of tendency. If you were an official at any job and you use your influence to cover some criminal and help them to make their job and illegal works much easier, you will be a corrupted person who's trying to destroy our community from inside out. And this covering after covering will causes expand in the corruption. And then the official who covered on the criminal in the first place will control over the public funds. 6. No responsibility about the wrong deeds. If you are in a high position in the work, you should always respect your job basics and shouldn't break it up. You should have responsibility about the wrong deeds that happen around you, from burglaries, stealing, blackmail, or even perjury. If you were, it's your responsibility to stop it. You shouldn't say, I didn't see anything, I didn't say anything, I didn't hear anything. It will always be your job, because with the great power come great responsibility.
دي اللي بنقول عليها ايه بقى؟ السلبيه نيجاتيف.
Last, surround environment. Surround environment has an important role to create the human personality. Then, what is surround environment is corrupted. The person